announcer voice. I have the deep voice. I have that, introducing children's Viagra kind of a voice. And after a show recently, a lot of times people come up to me and they'll say, oh, do you do voiceovers? Do you do commercials? And I don't. I'd love to, but I don't. They ask if I'm on the radio. I'm not. I recently had a couple come up to me after a show, and they said, oh, we've heard you on the radio. And I said, no, I'm not in that business, but thank you. And the husband is a little drunk, and he got really hostile. He's like, why are you lying to me, man? I know you're on the radio. Why are you lying to me? I said, sir, I'm not on the radio. Oh, you're lying to me. I know you're on the radio. I've heard you. I've heard your voice. I looked at his wife. I gave her a big smile. I said, I know where you've heard my voice. I moonlight as a strip club DJ. It was an awkward ride home for him. So I moved back to Florida about 5 years ago. I moved to Broward County. I'm out in West Broward. And the first thing I noticed was where I'm living, no black people. No black people. And I come from San Francisco. I'm used to having neighbors of every race everywhere around the world. No black folks where I live. So I asked my neighbors, I asked the people in the condo complex, I'm like, how come there's no black people living here? They said, Ron, you're living in a town named Plantation. Thank you, Al. You're a great table. I don't even know what that note means. When I first started doing comedy, the big news story was George Zimmerman when he killed that teenage kid, And Zimmerman is back in the news. He's going around selling his autographic guns. What a classy guy. Man, why doesn't he wait till OJ gets out and they can do knife shows together? Jesus. And that poor kid, the poor kid he killed was 17. 17, you can't even legally have sex at 17, according to my probation officer. That poor kid, I wish his father had told him what my old man told me. That's okay, go ahead, miss. It's all good, it's all good. I wish that kid's old man had told him what my father told me at that age. He said, if you're in an unfamiliar neighborhood at night, and there's a strange man following you, just keep walking and don't look black. It's sad, but it's true, kids. It's sad, but it's true. I got some cool neighbors, though. I got a neighbor, he's this Puerto Rican dude. Wonderful dude. And he's gay, and I guess he moved here from Puerto Rico with a bunch of his guys that he grew up with, and they didn't want to come out of the closet till they got here. They didn't want to upset their family. So every weekend he has a big barbecue with all his gay Puerto Rican buddies. And they invited me over recently, and we had a good time. We're drinking beers, we're grilling, we got our shirts off, I'm wrapped in this Puerto Rican flag, we're singing, I'm having a great time with these guys. I kind of wanted to keep hanging out with them, and I thought to myself, deep down, is it a lifestyle choice, or are some people just born Puerto Rican? Could go either way. So, getting older. Some of you folks are, maybe even older than me. I don't know. Hard to tell. Maybe. I just started thinking about retirement. I checked my 401k, my retirement savings. If I were to retire today, and I set a careful budget, I could live comfortably until about 3 p.m. tomorrow. It's so screwed. It's bad. It's bad. It's tough getting older. I just went to my doctor. He diagnosed me as having good insurance. That was nice. He asked me if I'm sexually active. I said no. I just lay there. Oh my God, our headliner is here, Perry Sack. Welcome, Perry Sack, to the house. Speaking of medical matters, he's thinking about going into rehab. He wanted to see if his insurance would pay for it. They said no, being Irish is a pre-existing condition. Oh my God, I love that guy. No, I mean in the physical sense. It is, what the heck was I looking at? Yeah, no, it's tough. You go to the doctor, they give you that prostate exam. I thought they lost a set of keys up in there. It was very, very uncomfortable. And getting older, I'm not married, but I think this is the perfect age to settle down and start a family. Think about it, I'm in my 50s. If I were to start a family now, I could enjoy the kids when they're little, and when they're teenagers, it's their stepfather's problem. I don't care. Everybody tells me to find a woman my own age, so I'm looking for 2 26-year-olds. It's not working out. Oh, Jesus Christ, man! Dial it down a little, Lord. I loved him as the caveman in those Geico commercials, though. He was great at that. Yeah. It's tough being single. I recently went out with a girl. She said I don't have sex in the first date. And that's fine. I respect that. I said, How about on the last date? So a couple hours later, we're in bed. I guess it worked. We're rolling around. We're steaming up the sheets. And she's screaming out the wrong name. She's screaming out the wrong name. What do you do? I stopped. I said, honey, my name is not rape. Was that a little dark? Was that a little much? A little much. All right. That dating sucks. God knows it does. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe instead of going for these young girls, I should go for an older gal. Maybe a nice gilf. Find me a nice widow, you know? Because, hooking up with an elderly chick, kind of like hooking up with a black chick. Either way, your girlfriend's getting a monthly check. She is not liking me. I've been trying the online dating thing. I think if Jesus came back and he was going to date, he would probably join Plenty of Fish. That's a guess. No? She's like, whatever. I tried this dating site, handicapgirls.com, where everything's broken except their hearts. So the first girl I went out with was in a wheelchair. And that was nice, but I realized I was just in the relationship of parking. So I tried to break up with her. She would not let go. I had to move to a place with stairs. Second girl I went out with was deaf, which was nice, except that in bed you had a choice between dirty talk or a hand job. Can't get both. And the third girl I went out with was blind. So first date I thought I'd surprise her because she's blind. So I took her down to the airport. She was pretty excited. We got on a plane. Man, was she surprised when she found out we were going skydiving. She was actually cool with it, but it scared the shit out of the dog. Well, we got a little laugh out of this guy with that one. That's good. Oh, Lord. What else was I going to talk about before I try to get it? Oh, let's talk about sports. We got any sports fans?
Woo!
What's your favorite sport, Al?
Basketball.
Yeah? Basketball's fun. I would not want to be an NBA player, though. Who has time for all those paternity suits? I recently had somebody explain to me in hockey. I understand in hockey they have periods. That would explain all the fighting. Now, my buddy Perry, his favorite sport is football, which I've heard of. I don't know how many innings are on a football game, but I hear it's fun. They just had the NFL draft. Somebody explained to me how the NFL draft works. It's really remarkable. Here's how the NFL draft works. A bunch of black guys go up for auction. A bunch of rich white guys bid on them. The winners get to tell them what cities they go work in. They get no choice about it. Well, eventually, maybe they could become free agents. Now, I am not saying that professional sports is like slavery. That would be college sports. I saw the big boxing champion, Mayweather. He's got a fight coming up. That guy, wow, he's got an amazing record. 52 knockouts. Only 4 of them were his wife. And the guy that lost in his last fight, the guy that lost got $40 million. Can you freaking believe this? $40 million to get beat up. I got beat up. All I got was foster care. Foster care was cool, actually. It was the first time I hooked up with a girl. The only problem is you hook up with a girl in foster care, you gotta call her mom. No, I'm kidding. I call her Shaniqua. It's all good. God, that's bad. Oh, I gotta tell you, this is a great little place. And you know what I like about this place? The parking. Because my doctor diagnosed me with OFL syndrome. Howard, you probably have OFL syndrome. Have you heard of it? OFL syndrome? Oh, sure. Yeah, old, fat, and lazy. Yeah. I suffer from it. So I was doing a show at a big casino, and I'm driving around, and the parking's like, you gotta walk 2 miles. Not for what they're paying me. So I pulled right to the front. I parked in the handicap spot. I'm getting out of the car. Some woman screamed at me, "What's your handicap?" And I yelled, "Tourette's, you fucking bitch!" I am not a nice person, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to tell a story, and then I'm going to get some better comics up here. This is a story that I like to call one of the many times I got drunk and committed a felony and didn't get arrested. It's fun. It's the 4th of July, 2006, actually. I was living in San Francisco at the time. I was living in this black neighborhood called Potrero Hill, where O.J. Simpson grew up, in fact. Not even a ghetto, it's a working class neighborhood. It's a great place. There's one dive bar in the neighborhood, and I was a regular, and I would always be the only white dude in the bar. And there was this thing that would always happen, and all the old guys that hang out there thought it was hilarious. Some young brother would get drunk, and he'd spot the only white guy in the bar, and he'd start giving me the lecture. You know, it's like to grow up black in America, man. You know, it's like to deal with the cops. You know, the black experience. And, okay, I guess I don't. You know, and the guy would give me the lecture. When he's done, I go, you know, what's your name, Demetrius, whatever. And I go, hey, Demetrius, next time somebody asks me if I know what it's like to be black in America, can I say Demetrius told me? So this would happen, I swear to God, once a week probably. 4th of July rolls around, and we're grilling some dogs and some burgers, and we're getting drunk. We're having a good time. And these teenagers are setting off some fireworks in the street, a bunch of illegal fireworks, and they're blowing up, and cars are driving by, and it looks pretty dangerous. So I thought I'd say something to them. And that's when I use the voice. I pull out my wallet, looked like this, except it was black. Had my driver's license at the front, I held it up, and I said, Fire Marshal, San Francisco County Fire Marshal, can't be doing this. They totally believed me. I said, but sir, it's 4th of July, we want to set off our fireworks. I said, do you live around here? They point to a building in the corner. I said, is there a yard? And they said, no, which I wasn't expecting. And I'm about 10 gin and tonics in. So I said, do it on the roof. 10 minutes later, they're setting off fireworks on the roof, and the building catches fire. And 3 big fire trucks show up, and I'm laughing, because I'm like 12 gin and tonics in by now. And all the regulars in the bar are like, God, Ron, you got to get out of here, man. I said, why? They said, they're going to ask those kids why they did it. They're going to say the fire marshal told them it was okay. They're going to say, what did he look like? He was a white guy. Look around, you're the only white guy on the block. And I went, wow, I'm going to be racially profiled. So I go slowly jogging off home. I live a couple blocks from there. And nothing happens, and about a month goes by, and I'm in the bar, and some young brother, it happens again. I'm the only white guy in the bar, he's getting drunk, and he comes over, man, you know, it's like being black in America. Every time a police car rolls by, I'm scared. Some dude about 75 years old comes over, puts his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, this man, every time a fire truck rolls by, he's terrified. All right, on that sad note, that did not go well, I'm going to bring up one of my favorite comics. He's a little past his bedtime, but I think he's still got it in himself to do a nice set for us. He's one of the first comics I met when I went into comedy, but I stuck with it anyway. Please, welcome up to the stage a wonderful, wonderful man, Uncle Ralph.